Oh, Faisal, there is so much confusion around the word and the concept and the reality of God. And I know there are a lot of ways that you talk about it, the individuation of it and articulating of it. And I mean, just anything you can share about that would be wonderful.
Oh yeah, this fascinating subject for me, this is about God, and I listen to different lineages, schools, religions, and I hear that this religion or this lineage defining God one way, and another defining God another way, and some of them are really confusing, and it leads to clashes between humanity, not just clashes within the own individual, but clashes between humanity. Yeah. Some people make God person. I was listening today to this rabbi. He was really emphasizing God is a person. He feels, he knows, he gets mad, all of those things. And others say God is the absolute. It's impersonal. It's a force. It's a being. So then the one who believes in God as a person will clash with the one that says God is not a person. So humanity is really lost in this influx about what God is, what Godhood is about, And for me, I tried as much as I can to reflect and feel. The understanding that I have comes from a word in Arabic. And I want to really to emphasize, as I did before, there is only one language humanity is speaking, and all those different are tongues of the same language. So there is no Arabic, there is no English, there is no Indian, there is only one language, sound-based, letters-based, and association with those sound and letters and frequencies in the universe. Every letter, every word create from the absolute a frequency.
Okay.
And some understand it this way, some understand it that way, So to get over the clashes between Arabs and Muslims and Christians and Jews and Tibetans, get over it. There is only one race, human race, invented an incredible tool, speech. And through speech, they generate frequencies from the absolute. And these frequencies create reality. Reality is a 5-dimensional aspect of speech. Each word has length, width, height, time, and essence. It's sustained to a certain time, then it dissolves into the absolute and comes again. So the universe is nothing but a manifestation of words in the cosmic mind. So get over this language, because the moment I say Arabic now, everybody goes against Arab and Islam, and they renounce, they throw the baby with the bathwater. This word in Arabic is the word Allah. Allah. We hear it a lot. Allah, Allah, Allah.
Uh-huh. Well, your book is 99 Names of Allah, right?
Exactly, the 19 attributes of the divine being, Allah. And this word is most fascinating word I've run into. How was it originated? Who put Alif, L, A? Who chose A, L, A? Fascinating. If you take this word and read it as Allah, as just the word Allah, it literally means the cosmic force, a field.
Okay.
And this field is what the absolute is called, the absolute or Buddha nature or enlightened nature. And some people say this is God, because all creation come from it and dissolve in it. So they say all creation is an illusion. It's not, it's a manifestation, but manifestation is also as real, as real as the field, because the field also could be created. What if the field was created? And how was it created? This whole mind, this whole thinking is really obsolete. It's really regress thinking. So there is a field. This field is immense, it's powerful, it's a force, it's the source of all creation. And the word that applies to it is Allah. And this force combines the opposites, affirmation and negation, existence and non-existence, emptiness and fullness. And the word itself, if you say Allah, you can divide it as al-la. La, L in Arabic means affirmation, the. And when we say, the in English, THE, you use it to define something.
Right.
L in Arabic means that. You affirm something, you define it.
Okay.
The book, so L. La is the same as L, but in reverse. The opposite is negation.
Oh.
Allah, Allah. Allah. That's why the Sufis says Allah, affirm, negate, exist, doesn't exist, come, go. After some time, this little mind stops, reaches cessation, reaches what Sufi call fana. Fana is just silence, extinction, the void. Then comes illumination. So is to repeat this name ultimately leads to the stopping of this mechanism in the mind, body, psyche. Affirm, negate. Don't call it a cat. Don't call it a cat. Don't call it a hand. Don't call it not a hand, like in Zen. It's a koan. So that was fascinating, amazing that the very name leads to the absolute, because the absolute is the only one that combines affirmation and negation.
Yeah.
It combines presence and absence, luminosity and darkness, presence and absence. So this word even applies to the field itself: negation, affirmation, presence, absence. Fascinating. Then you can also take this word and divide it. It's a little bit different. The same word, it becomes El-Ilah. El-Ilah means individuated godhood, means a person, means a leader.
Oh.
So from the same word, you derive another meaning for God. God is an individual who is a leader. Right? This leader, call it Jehovah, Yahweh, call it however you like to call it. The
Iman? Iman?
It is
Iman? Islamic leader?
Imam. Imam means literally means a leader. Imam is the one who is leading, who is ahead. So God is a leader of humanity.
Okay.
He is literally Ilah means the commander in chief.
Okay.
He sends commands and we follow, So he's the shepherd and we are the sheep. He says, go here to green valleys and go there, So, and this is necessary for humanity to have a leader. You see it, children need a parent, adults need a boss, needed. We just need good shepherd. We don't have good shepherd, we don't have good leaders now. We have now wolves leading.
Yes.
So that's another interesting thing, that in God, in the word of God, there is also individuation. Not only a cosmic force that combines all the opposites, but also an individual who can be a leader, a Messiah. I can't wait for the Christ to come, the Messiah to come. I have no doubt he will come, because it's a necessity for the human race to be guided again. It's not nothing fanciful. It's not like Christian or Judaic. It is just a necessity. He's not going to come as a Jew or as a Christian or as a Muslim. He's not even a Christian. Christ is not. Anyway, we're going to Al-Ilah. The same thing. The word can be read as Allah. Allah means the snake. Snake. All the universe mechanism happening due to frequencies.
Yes.
Here is the snakes.
Okay.
Sine and cosine going on. Yeah. Frequencies. Yeah. So the word also define the the how does it,
Frequency.
the frequencies that create creation.
Okay.
All what we see, every object, this object is really frequencies woven together and gelled as beads. And another frequency gelled and became a cup. So all what we see now are congealed frequencies. How the science is just amazingly discovered, but it's so regressed. It's trying to measure, in very obsolete old tools. Mathematics is a regress, physics is a regress, yet it's so advanced, amazingly advanced. But the knowledge of the Logos is hidden from them. That through the Logos creation comes, and manifests. What's in a word, as Shakespeare said? What's in a word? They don't know the power of the Logos and what it means and how it creates. So the Logos is frequencies. There is a field, and you say it makes frequencies. And the frequencies gel. If you add, TREE, it becomes tree. Tree means the T frequency with the R frequency with the E frequency gelled and became a tree, a form, 5-dimensional being. So in the word Allah is the frequencies, Allah, the snakes. And the snake in Arabic also means life. Hayya or hayat is life. So one of the frequencies in existence is life, the frequency of life. Another meaning, another way of reading this, the word Allah is al-ala. Al-ala means the mechanism. How is this creation? Is there a mechanism that's differentiating the absolute? How does this absolute get differentiated? Not just through the Logos, but how does the Logos also, the frequencies also, do they go through certain mechanisms, certain apparatus, and it gels? Like here I am talking now, right? It goes to the microphone of this, and the camera of this, and then it turns into frequencies, and reaches you. Then you see my picture and you hear my voice, and the same is happening. What is this apparatus? Is there an ala? Is there a machine? Is there an apparatus? So one word of Allah means the apparatus. What is this apparatus? On the essential domain, there is stupa, there is a holy city, there is essential structures, essential archetypes, like prisms. The absolute goes through those prisms and comes out as emanations, as frequencies. So there is an actual structure between the physical universe and between the absolute beingness. There is an essential kingdom, I call it the holy city, the grand holy city. All the essential states are within it, and it passes through that, and it manifests it and diffracts it. So the word Allah also describes that. Some people talk about Allah as the creator. Well, it's this machine. This machine creates. It's the creator. And this machine is a robot. That's why you say don't mess up with the holy laws, because you can't mess up with the gravity. Gravity is a gravity. You don't think because you are a blessed one you can fly. No, you need to discover skillful means how to deal with it. Then you can create an airplane. But the robot mechanicalness of the universe, some people believe in it, and the belief of God is very rigid. Or the others who believe in the snake, they believe God is just an ever-changing and you cannot know it. And the others, so each one took one aspect, of the word Allah and worshipped it. Some worship the individuation, some worship the mechanisms, some worship the frequencies, some worship the negation and affirmation of it, some worship in its pure nature, what it is. if we take all of that as one entity, then I understand what God is. God is all of these things. Individual, mechanism, field, creative intelligence. That's a human. The human is like that too.
Mm.
I have my own mind, my own field. I have my mechanism, my heart, my soul, my body. They all function. The human being, is God, and the universe is in the image of man. Not just God is in the image of man. Man is in the image of God, and I mean by man, male and female. So to me, seeing this is, oh, now I understand the confusion with the tongues. Those took the absolute to be God, then they fight those who say individual, they fight this. They say that there's no God, but there's a mechanism, Tibetan said, the Ram says, we don't have God, but we have this awareness and we have the mechanism of creation and how to navigate with it. Well, okay, so does the shamans. But others, no, they see God. They feel God as Christ came to them. Or you name it. Once I understood that Allah or God means all of these aspects, that you are this way and I'm also this way, and everybody, we are in the image of God, and the God is an image of us, it felt that this is a very homey universe I live in. A force, it's like my body. It's a very homey thing. I live in it. It has different functions. Heart does this, body, all of that. It took away this whole confusion, So yes, God is the infinite and the eternal. Yes. God is the unique creator who does. Yes. God is for. Yes. So that gestalted it for me, And just like Mullah Nasruddin's story about the grapes. Yes, it's all, it's all come to one gestalt view of this, what we call God, But it is like the elephant in the dark. Some people took this piece and called it God. Some people took this piece and said God. And when I understood the word Allah and all its composition, 5 attributes, I feel, oh my God, yeah, that makes sense. That really makes sense. So Allah is the totality of all of this.
Yeah, so it sounds like what you're saying is that humans are in the image of God, but what you're actually saying is that the image of God comes through humans.
Comes?
Through humans. Through man, that that humans are God, the images, the universe comes through humans.
And it's the human. The human is a small replica, and that's a bigger replica. Now, is there also a one unique point of light that is the leader, that is the God, for those who believe in God as a person? I believe so. I believe there's a Maha entity.
That is split into 7 billion facets?
No. It created so many emanations, right? There's a split. It's like, I am a person, I have 2 children, right? So I didn't split. I created a mechanism that perpetuate me and continue the race. But this entity is more evolved than the rest of us. That's why it's God. That's why it's a leader. Maybe it's the most ancient one. Maybe it is the one who created the universe, and maybe it's the one who created us in its image and bestowed upon us point of light, and souls. Or maybe we were all together at one time, we were points of light in this infinite darkness of darknesses, And then this leader somehow led us into creation, and we created creation. There is story, this, I don't know this part. It's fascinating, But I know there is a Maha point of light because I had encounter with it. I have connection with it.
Will you share more about that?
That, yeah, we did before about when we talked about Christ, the Maha Star. They call him the Christ, or the Messiah, in my encounter in my life when I went through so many stages, and at one time I reached my encounter with something in my soul that was so tortured, like, where are you, God? And is the God just the absolute and there is just cause and effect? I do what I do and karma comes to me and all of this thing. Is there somebody, that we call God, a person, before I erase that and I did that, the absolute is it is. And if you get enlightened, you reach Godhood and all of that. But after that, I fell into the anguish of the soul, the dark night of the soul, that even enlightenment didn't work for me, even the ascension state didn't work for me, and I felt my soul really in anguish, and I'll come to it later on, the different longings. And in that longing, after huge resistance for a year, one day crying came, I said, do you exist? Don't you know my whole anguish is about you? Do you exist? Am I so bad? Can you tell me you are so bad? I don't want to see you just for once, so I know you exist. Deep crying, deep longing in my soul for God. And I had similar to that was longing for my point of light. This is one of the issues that comes with the point of light. You long for your God or your goddess, But it wasn't like this time my ego. It was my point of light crying. Like, I want to go home to my tribe. I want to go home to my family. Now that I am enlightened and I have the whole field, something is not complete yet. So reaching that longing led to divine grace, divine intervention. And I felt the presence of this really high being that I know now why everybody bow on their knees and in reverence, not because of just fear, because of the glory of this being, because of the love that this being emanates and embodies, And then I felt, yes, this is God. This I can follow. Dalai Lama, I follow, but, skeptical. He got his own thing, But this one, I had no doubt. Everything in me bowed and everything in me felt like this guy walked the walk before me. He didn't reach this position just like that. He really went through the whole process of creation and evolution and reached this position that he is in, or the two in dual. They were two in one unity. So
say that again, Faisal?
Unity. The two, male, female in unity. They
Okay.
were holy communion, the one, So to me, I believe in the existence of a leader, the humanity, the Mahastar. Because of my encounter, my feeling, and then of course I know, about so many people who reached it before me and reached it after me, and it affirmed it, and it's not anymore religious, not anymore Christian, Jew, nothing like that. It's a very high evolved being that is a leader. That's God to me. God is Geo head, the head of the earth. Geo head, God, you abbreviate, it becomes God. To me, it becomes my personal. There are certain things I don't teach as the Diamond Logos. There are certain things that are just mine, and I keep them to me. I share them with others, but the Diamond Logos more the teaching about how to undo your personality structures and gain your essential structure and have a good, healthy, productive life. And then your guidance will take you where you need to be. In the next video, I want to share my journey where guidance took me to, including the divine one. We call him Lord Divine, and
Okay.
Where I am at now.
All right. Excellent. Let's do it.
Do it.
Okay.